Hi there, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. This is also going on the Crystal channel too. How are you all doing? It's a lovely day. Wow, I've been having so many messages in the past 3 months about the Moldavite book, The Power of Moldavite. When is it coming out? There's been so many projects that we've been up against trying to work on that it's taken a little bit of a backseat because we needed to get my new book out. So somebody says, please talk about Moldavite. It's been a while since you've talked about Moldavite. So I took all the questions and I'm just going to give you a brief summary of my understanding of Moldavite over the 16 years. And I'm going to show you a very, very special piece and also other pieces as well. And then let's have a nice chat, shall we? I've just had a coffee. I just had a live. I should have gone on the Richie Allen show yesterday, but due to unforeseen circumstances of the streaming, it went down. So I'll be on that show hopefully next week. So I want to say thank you for trying to get on, and I'm sorry you couldn't. Today's a great day to talk about a beautiful crystal, Moldavite. Let's talk about Moldavite. Let me take this beauty out. So Moldavite is a really interesting subject. It's one that's fascinated me for a long time. Over these 16 years, when I first touched a piece of Moldavite, it blew me away literally. I explained to people why it blew me away and why sometimes it doesn't blow you away instantly. I was at my height of my career as a healer and a psychic, so I was aware, I was very awake to energy, and I'd cleared a lot of my blocks. I'd worked so hard clearing frustration, anger, fear. I didn't suffer with jealousy, so that was easy for me. It wasn't an issue. But ego, it wasn't really ego as much as stubbornness. But is that ego? I don't know. But I worked on clearing all that away. So when I touched my first piece of Moldavite, I literally levitated. I actually lifted off the ground a few maybe inches. Now, anybody who was stood watching me would have known that I didn't levitate, but I experienced my spirit or my trueness, my true self, lift. And I don't know if any of you ever experienced that before, but it can happen when people are on drugs or, well, there are many reasons why. So I levitated and I went, Jesus Christ, what is this? That was the beginning of my journey with Moldavite. At that point, nobody really knew about Moldavite so much. It was kind of like a mystery talisman. Nobody really had it. It was quite hard to get hold of. And back then, I could buy Moldavite. I mean, I literally had 3 pieces that I sold to a superstar. And they were 82 grams, 72 grams, and 91 grams. So unheard of. But back then, you could actually get these pieces, which were really rare, and you could get them at a good price. That Moldavite, the largest Moldavite now, I couldn't even imagine how many thousands that would be now. So I've seen the progression of Moldavite in the monetary value soaring. Now, you can't stop that, right? If, for me, if I'm buying it, I buy it from, reputable sources, from the mines, from people that I know who buy from the mines. But if the demand is so high, it means that Moldavite is getting less and less. It's hard to find, which means it's going to be more expensive because it's becoming more rare. Not like diamonds. Diamonds are a whole other story. Diamonds are kept in vaults, and there's literally millions of diamonds available, but they keep them from the public, so they keep their prices high. Moldavite is not like that. Moldavite costs you because it's rare and it's hard to dig and hard to find. And more so. Much more than that. Moldavite is a real experience. So today I'm going to show you a piece of Moldavite which is beautiful. And one of the questions which was asked of me is, what is the difference between a Moldavite that maybe came from Besanice or a Moldavite which just came from somewhere in the Czech Republic, in the Moldva River, wherever it came from, a little piece. What's the difference from the hedgehog to a piece? Well, I'm going to show you now. So here's my first piece. That is from my collection on my website, and these are basically little pieces that I got and had mounted, and these are called the Petite Collection. They weigh 0.80 to 2 or 3 grams, so very small. Now that is roughly the same as the crystal that I was introduced to, about the same. It was about one or 2 grams, and incredible. So I'm going to show you another piece now. This is from Bajerski, and it's a hedgehog, and it's the most beautiful piece in 16 years that I've ever come across. And when I saw it, I knew it was for me. And this piece is literally as rare as they come. And it's not only a highest grade, but it's a museum piece. It is perfect in all shape and form, and it has a name, and it's the Flame of Bohemia. Wow, when I get like, I'm almost like going into, I can feel pulled into it. So there you go. This is, you can't see it properly because the sun isn't shining, but when you see it, it literally, you can see it flying through the air. So this beautiful piece here is 15,000. 15,000 there. So when I saw it, it called to me, and it took a while, and by the end of a couple of days, I just knew I had to have it. And over 16 years, and I'm proud of saying that I have a very nice piece. I'm not sad anymore about worrying about what people may think, that I have a nice piece. Well, I've worked damn hard. I've worked damn hard to get where I am. And if you want to buy yourself a new car, go and buy yourself a new car. I bought myself a piece of Moldavite. Go on your expensive holidays to the Four Seasons and spend 10 grand, 15 grand. That's okay. That's fine for 2 weeks. But that is something that I needed to hold and work with and feel. And then eventually it became that it went on my website. And one day, if somebody feels a pull, they'll buy it. And if not, they won't. They'll buy one of these beauties at what would cost you 45. So it depends what's important in your life. Some people feel that importance isn't of a crystal, it's of this, it's of that. Your importance is what feels right to you. It's your experience. Why take that away from somebody? I have a friend who likes to buy a brand new car every year, whether it's a Porsche, and it's his happiness, it's his joy. Why take that away from somebody? Let them enjoy it. Mine is crystals, and ultimately Moldavite is my favorite crystal. Why? Because it's the most powerful crystal for me. Why? Because I've seen things that no other crystal has ever done, ever. I have seen people awaken that were hardened, that were doctors, hardened book writers of total things against my work. Scientists placed a piece of Moldavite on their forehead and their life changed. They, oh my God, I never really realized that what the hell was that? What did just happen then? And that was a very common thing for me. I could write a book about the reaction to crystals. I could write a trilogy. And there are so many patterns when you place a Moldavite on somebody's third eye after 1 hour of healing. What they say, what they do, what comes out of their mouth when they're asleep, when the amazing, vivid dreams they have of certain things that I could repeat, but I'm not. It's going in my book. But I wanted to share. The Power of Moldavite is the book that I'm writing, is exactly why I called it The Power of Moldavite. It supersedes any crystal in the world apart from you. because you are number one crystal. Your body is made of water, and every drop of water holds a crystal in it. So you are the most powerful crystal in the world. But this Moldavite, every experience I have with Moldavite blows me away. So I was in Germany and I'm going to show it you. So here's my petite collection for 1 year. This is 1 year collection, okay? I was in Germany and I was going through about 40 bags that size. Literally, each piece I'd take it out of the plastic and hold it in my fingers and just feel it. 6 hours later, 6 hours. Did I go for a coffee break? No. Did I get a water? No, I didn't. I was immersed in the energy of Moldavite, which I am most days. These little pieces, I've got to tell you, there was one point, and you get pulled into Moldavite. That's the really beautiful thing about Moldavite. You get pulled into it. I found myself going through each piece, fully concentrating on which piece that I knew would work for me, because every crystal has its energy, and certain crystals, when you feel them, oh, this one, right, you can have 50 pieces of Moldavite and you'll go for one because it's resonating at your energy, slightly different from the others. All the others are equally as powerful, just like that beautiful piece there, that has its own unique energy, but so does this. Which do you value most of all? None. It's not about the value. The reason why that sells for so much is because it's a rare piece and a rare formation. Does it make it any more powerful? Not at all. Not at all. If you said to me, which piece would you work on? Which would you want to work on, this one or that one? I'd say depending on how I feel at any given moment. So the hedgehog might work in a completely different manner for whatever I need it for at that day. This, like I can tell you this now, this piece now, what this piece is doing for my stomach, you have no idea. The stress that I've been through attack, from sharing my truth about what's happening in the world now, I have to release, because attack comes and we either accept it or we let it go. So this piece is now healing my stomach from the after effect of people who struggle with truth. So going back to Moldavite, this little piece, if I laid it on a client, on their head, they would see vivid colours that they've never seen before. One of the things that I always found fascinating is that colours have a meaning. And when you work with Moldavite, you can see certain colours vibrating, and I can tell you why you were seeing that colour. And I know I can link up that colour to a part of your body and your spirit, your soul, your emotion, and it's all connected. So what I used to do is I had a book, and after a healing session, they'd get up and I wouldn't say a word, because I would only allow my clients to speak, and I didn't really want them to speak. I wanted them to go and experience that feeling. But sometimes they'd say a few words. Why did I see boom? Why did I see boom? And this and that. And I'd write it down, and I knew exactly what it was. And then I'd say to them, listen, tomorrow give me a call and I'll tell you why you saw it. But today, get yourself off and really feel what you felt, and let it penetrate into your body and make it part of you, and hold on to it, because that's healing. So they'd ring me a day or 3 days later and they'd say, Mark, you remember I came for a healing session? No, tell me what you saw. Okay, this is what I believe. The colour you saw, the shape, the vivid dream or whatever. And I'd explain to them what it was. And they'd say, that's exactly what's wrong with me and what I felt. So there is an amazing, amazing energy of Moldavite that heals us. And I think lastly on this conversation, I want to say that when we are shown certain things, when we feel certain things, it's because whatever the issue we have is being healed. So you're getting a glimpse of your healing process. And that's a beautiful thing that many healers don't say. But it's true. It really is. When you go through pain and suffering, when you cry with Moldavite, Moldavite makes people cry a lot. That's because you're releasing something that's been trapped there that could eventually cause physical illness. So Moldavite has a remarkable energy through the day when you're wearing it, or you're meditating with it, or when you're just going to sleep and you lay it on your forehead or you hold it in your hand. It's releasing, it's blasting, it's clearing. It has an incredible energy. And I mean, it's not about just healing. It's about what it's doing to your whole core, your whole energy, your spirit, your physical. Because ultimately, Moldavite builds you up to a vibration that is like no other. When you finish with Moldavite, if you can last a week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks and keep wearing it through what you think is pain and suffering, which is actually the healing process, then you become a different energy. You vibrate differently. So a lot of my clients used to come for Moldavite healing. They'd say, I just want Moldavite. So I'd put Moldavite on them, and they would always tell me after a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if they come, for a few days on the trot, they'd say, my wife thinks I'm different or I've changed. It's an absolute sign of Moldavite healing. And it was very, very normal for me to hear that. And Moldavite's great for animals, amazing. But a lot of the times when I'd put a little piece of Moldavite on a collar of a cat or a dog, the first 10 minutes, they'd sometimes go crazy. They'd run around like shooting all over the place. They didn't know they had a Moldavite, but their body was reacting to it, because animals are far more sensitive. They see more, they smell more, they hear more, and they feel more, okay? That's why my 2 doggies, I had Daisy and Dennis. Daisy had a problem with a back hernia. Dennis didn't know that. How did he know to walk to exact place and lick Daisy's back to heal her back? Because he could either smell or feel the pain, because dogs are very, very psychic, okay? So are cats. So all animals are psychic. So this heightens your animal's healing. So if your animal's in pain, a Moldavite is a great thing because it heals it. And so is other crystals too. Not always Moldavite, other crystals, but it's a Moldavite day today, so that's why I'm sharing this. Moldavite is a beautiful crystal to gift people as well. Always a beautiful introduction, but only if it feels right. You don't force anybody a Moldavite. They have to feel it's ready. And one of the classics that I always like to do is offer a Moldavite and say it's there for when you're ready for it. So if somebody says, oh, it doesn't really mean anything to me, say it's okay, just leave it there. And I noticed in those 16 years, people would call me back or meet me and say, you gifted me a Moldavite. And I thought, what the hell's that? And only a few days ago, I felt that I needed this piece of ugly stone, because it's not the most prettiest. That one is, but some of them are not that pretty. And it's like, that was like a gherkin, but to me, it's the most beautiful stone in the world. And they'd say to me, and I don't know why, but I picked it up and I started crying and what's going on? And I went bright red and I started feeling hot like I got flu. And I said, well, that's the Moldavite flush. Most people talk about that. It's one of the things that is flushing the negativity from your spirit, from your heart, from your physical. So Moldavite is extremely powerful in this world. And I believe that Moldavite, and this is in my book, has been activated as 2020's most powerful crystal in the world. Because now we are becoming more aware, we need to know what to do with that awareness. So this is why I'm ultimately got that bag ready, and I'm now putting on my website petites, small ones, so people can get a piece and work with it and raise their vibration, not become affected as much, not become hurt by other people, become stronger and more powerful and shine a light, becoming more of a light worker, becoming more of a lighthouse to shine in the world. And the Moldavite is the 2020 crystal to do that. That is my ultimate truth. And I love every crystal in the world, and every crystal in the world has gifts and abilities to raise the vibration and heal you. But for me, Moldavite is the complete and utter crystal of all crystals. when you put a Moldavite next to a Tektite, next to a Herkimer diamond, then you have the perfect combination of a crystal trio. That's why I made them. So putting the Moldavite on its own is extremely powerful. If you then add to other crystals to the Moldavite, then it specifically works in certain ways. So a Moldavite in its true form is a very, very special crystal indeed. Whether you believe it's not a crystal, whether you believe that you are a gemologist or a meteorologist and believe that it's not, even meteorologists don't believe that Moldavite. It gets so complicated with people always with their ego. Take that away, hold a Moldavite, enjoy it for what it is, and stop trying to put the mindset to the crystal. Just feel it and enjoy it. And that's why I've written the book, The Power of Moldavite, and it will be out soon. Have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the ebook that I've just brought out. There's some great stories in there. I think you'll enjoy them. It's on sale at markbajerski.com now, and I really am truly proud of the 16 years that are in that book, and I hope you enjoy the stories. There's some pretty powerful stories in there. From my heart to yours, have a great day. Later on, I'm going to do the raffle for this beautiful entire collection of Mark Bajerski crystals. That will be later on this afternoon. I'll do it probably about 6 o'clock, so watch out for that. I'm going to do I don't know whether it's a live or not, but I'll do something on here for you guys. So you can still buy a ticket now. They're £10, and every single penny that goes towards those tickets will go to buy a child a crystal, and it will go straight to their house free of charge. We're trying to get out as many crystals to children as possible. Have a great day, guys. Take care. From my heart to yours. Have a beautiful day. I hope this Moldavite video serves you well, and enjoy Moldavite. Get yourself down to your local store and ask them, can you get me a genuine piece of Moldavite? And good luck with the journey. Bye, guys.